A friend of mine bought a new car and he wanted a replica in 1/43rd scale as well. Now this isn't really available in his color, so the only thing I could find is a blue one. And of course that needed to be stripped off and painted into silver, which is the actual color he has on his car. So after disassembling the entire model and stripping the paint, I needed to prep the body for the new color, of course. All of the panel lines were scribed out a little bit deeper than they were from the factory, and then the entire body was sanded down with 600 grit to make it nice and grippy for the primer to stick to it. Once all of the scribing and sanding have been done, I moved on to priming it. I'm using some Tamiya spray can primer, as this is a direct primer for onto metal. It works really well, dries really quick, and makes a really good bond to the metal and the primer itself. Once a couple coats of primer were applied, I let it dry for about 30 minutes before moving on to painting it silver. A first light coat of silver was applied first to those wheel arches and then onto the rest of the body as well. Just nice and light, it covers really quickly, so there's no need to put it on really thick. The first coat pretty much covered it all the way, but just to be sure, you know me, I need to add a second coat as well. Just a quick rinse over the entire body, nothing special, making sure everything is covered, and that's pretty much it. With the second and final coat of color now on, I let it dry for about 30 minutes and moved on to mixing up some 2K clear to make it nice and glossy. Once the clear was on and I was satisfied with the way that it looked, I let it sit and dry for about 48 to 72 hours before moving on to painting all of the details onto the body with a small brush from Citadel and some paints from Vallejo. I have links to all of these products in the description down below if you want to check them out. With all of the black trim now painted and the red details added on as well, everything could be assembled with a little bit of glue and then a couple screws as well to finish this one off. And there you have it, a quick turnaround for a small build, done in a couple of days, and a really happy friend with a nice model of his actual car. If you want to see me do more of these kinds of build, maybe even some custom Hot Wheels, let me know down in the comments below and I'll see whenever I can fit them in.